Hello again there, folks. TaterCat here. Last time, I don't think a whole lot happened, really. Yeah, it was pretty chill, for once. Let's go to work. Good evening. Hey.
Okay, so we almost got everything, but we're still missing a couple of things for Saturday. And so I designated you, Jillian, Applegate, and the official guy who goes to buy the rest of the stuff.
Applegate? I have no idea who that is. She's talking about Alma? Why me?
I could send Jill, but I wouldn't dare send a lady by herself. And I could go with her, but I believe the bar should have at least 2 people in the vicinity at all times.
Yeah, considering the part of town, y'all would probably just get robbed. You're not gonna say anything, Jill? If it means not being the delivery girl, I'm happy to fake helplessness. Fine, give me the list. I'll be back sometime. Something tells me you're planning something, boss.
What gives you that impression?
Call it a gut feeling.
Did you know that Gil has a crush?
What?
A client of his, a girl that owns a bazaar. She's been coming on to him for ages, and he only just started opening up. But he's taking steps backwards, and I'm not gonna let him. He's opening up, for fuck's sake.
And so the errands will take him to the bazaar, I take it.
That's right.
Huh. Playing Cupid.
Alright then, to the office I go.
As for me, usual thing, time to mix drinks and change lives. Gil with a crush, huh? Who is this? This place great. Oh, if it isn't... Oh, it's Kira Miki.
Hi, Jill. Sorry, but is there anywhere I can hide? There's this unpleasant guy on my trail.
Boss, stalked woman coming in. That's a good policy. Besides, if some dude gets aggroed, Dana can fucking kick their ass.
The door is open.
Go ahead, the door to the left.
Thanks.
Hello there!
Oh, hi there.
The other one! That's the bathroom. Wait, what's the dog doing in the bathroom? It's you. I did not miss voicing you. Now, where did she... Oh, hellhole, perfect. Hey, kid, I'll have the usual. Right. Huh, you remembered me after 2 weeks. I remember what yours is, at least, because it's easy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big beer. Here. This seems right. The paper's been a mess lately. You'd think with all that's happening, they'd stay and do more reports. But they're all asking for vacations, and I can't afford to be understaffed. So I had to come up with some sort of reward for whoever produces the most reports. I see no difference in my feed, though. Mr. Donovan, I don't mean to sound rude, but... do you know the infamy, the augmented eye with the general public, right? A shitty page that'll over-sensationalize anything and report useless things. Of course I know. Then why not try to rectify that image? To put it simply, I'm being clutched by the balls, in the non-pleasant way. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Zabatsukor and company have an eye on every publication that they haven't bought yet. Report on them once and they'll find something to fine you with. Fun. Bro, I did not miss voicing you. Twice and you'll find your resources severed. Severely cut. Anything beyond that, in the best case scenario, is that they'll buy the damn operation and keep it quiet. I know there are more newsworthy things than whatever is the lackeys picked out for the week. But if I overstep my asses on the line, glad to see this hellhole still in one piece. The BTC has been going apeshit closing bars lately. Oh yeah, that. Yesterday they closed one that served as a key part of a drug trafficking ring. Like, guess that's a good thing. Last week they closed 3 small bars that served as illegal chicken restaurants. Huh. Not to mention that there are like 100 people who have BTC certifications but never used them. Instead, they keep those credentials around to stop police from raiding their homes or warehouses. I don't know about you, but it's obvious to me some reconstructing will begin at the BTC after this whole thing. Man, shit runs deeper than I thought. And no news outlets talk about that. Yeah, of course they don't. Alright, kid, let's try Moonblast now. Come again? Hey, have I ever... Even I have a break from routine from time to time. Yeah, Moonblast is definitely new for him. He's usually just like a beer guy, but... Whatever. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 1, 1, 2 on the box and blended. Sometimes you get tired of the same shit. You gotta break up routine every now and then. Moonblast. Here. Now let's see what the ruckus is about. So... What brought you here? Oh, right. Didn't you see a Lulum coming in here? Blue hair, big tits. She's the one from the Encore concert coming up? Not really. Did she jump to the roof then? Why were you looking for her? Did you want an interview? Not really, just hitting on her. Dude. Yeah, just dots. Hey, I said I was hitting on her, not hitting her. Stop blaring. Why though? Are you that bored? Don't you have, like, a family or something? Have you seen that girl? Hot as tits. Also hot ass and tits. Oh my god, tits and ass, tits and ass! I'm suffering the weirdest combo of being hard as fucking curious shit right now. Okay, I don't want to know that. I want to know just how detailed those King Class CH-1A models are, personally. And so you followed her. I've yet to meet a woman that can resist the charms of Donovan D. Dawson. Pretty sure Kim would, not fall for your charms. You're in front of one, I'm guessing that you have quite the selective memory. Like I said, don't you have a family or something? Life, but the woman cheats on me as much as I cheat on her. Why are you married? In fact, I'm pretty convinced she gets off on the thought of me cheating on her. Bruh. So that Lilum isn't here, huh? I'll have to find a busty enough replacement tonight or I'll explode. Dude, I don't... Fucking get out of here. Hey, after you're done glaring, please serve me a pile driver. Right. Let's just give him a pile driver, literally. Jill would... Or Dana would fucking pile drive his ass. Fuck this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, mixy mix. Pile driver, here. Alright, well, seeing as she's not here, I got no reason to stay. Maybe I'll find someone that looks a bit like her. The guy left. I don't blame you for hiding.
Oh, alright. Thanks for sheltering me, Dana. I hope your sister likes the video. No, thank you.
Seems like you had a hearty talk.
Your boss is such a fun person.
She really is.
Her sister is a fan of mine, so I recorded a small video for her and took a couple photos.
How nice of you.
It's nothing, really. And she did hide me, so it's the least I can do.
You're such a nice person.
But, well, we're here already. Mind giving me something sweet?
Sure. This idol wants something sweet. What do we want to give her? Sparkle Star. 1, 2, 1. Age. No, let's not give her any boost. Let's just give her something sweet. Sparkle Star. Here.
Thanks.
So, do you know why Donovan was following you?
I don't, but I wasn't in the mood to deal with him.
I don't blame you.
His questions were a bit out of line last time, too. Not the worst I've dealt with, but I didn't want to humor him.
Don't blame you. I see. Seems like he was just trying to come on to you.
You don't say. Well, it's not like he'd have a chance anyways. I'm not interested in older guys, and I'm already committed to a relationship.
Wait, you are?
It's not common knowledge, and the ones who hear it try to dismiss it as rumors, but I've been in a relationship with my producer for a while now.
Really?
We were both single, and that kind of stuff is bound to happen when you spend so much time together. But it all started when he read an entry I made in my blog about wanting to experience love and the like. He offered to help with that after he read it, and I thought, sure, why not? Now already knew him well enough, so it couldn't hurt to try.
Yeah, you knew each other pretty personally, so it wouldn't hurt. How nice.
He's a stick in the mud when where planning is due, but he's a sweetheart otherwise.
I see. Hey, can you really walk so calmly? These streets aren't exactly safe.
Really? I haven't faced any issues lately. Sure, they tried to mug me once or twice, but it's no big deal.
No big deal?
Every time someone tries to mug me, somebody pops out of somewhere and stops it. Makes me feel like I'm always protected.
Those are some hardcore stalkers. I guess the fact that she ran away from Donovan, even after all that, she says something.
Hey, this'll sound familiar, but do you have anything like tea?
Let me see, some tea like, if I remember correctly, something bitter but girly. What do we got? Maybe a sunshine cloud? Yeah, sunshine cloud. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oxen blended. She doesn't need booze. Oh, fucked it up. Oh, blended. Good job, me. 1, 2, 1, 2. Blended. Fuck. 1, 2. 1, 2. On the rocks and blended. God. Jeez. Here.
Yeah, this works.
Hey, you're King Class CH-1A, right?
That's right, I am.
May I ask you something about your model?
Sure.
Are there any differences between you and a DFC-72?
We both serve the same purpose, but DFC-72s have a port on their heads, which makes them more versatile. My line lacks that, or the resilience of the DT-01Ds, but they're a tad more polished elsewhere. More specifically, our voice emulators are more advanced and our movements are smoother.
Oh, so you just kind of come off as more human, I guess?
A trade-off of functionality and power for appearance, you could say.
Ah, I see. So anything new for this concert?
Well, it is an encore, so we're trying to make it the same for those who couldn't go to the first one. But we always try to spice it up, like maybe a little surprise song or something. There was this one time I sang a cover of a song by B-Link.
Blink?
Of course, in return, they sang Your Love is a Drug.
Oh. So you know the B-Link girls? Oh, is it an idol group?
Really nice kids. You'd be surprised how different from their onstage personas they are.
Really?
Suzu, for example, can be really childish at times. She also laughs a lot, and loudly at that. Meanwhile, Aina is a party girl through and through. If they're not on tour, she spends her time partying like crazy.
Hard to believe. I mean, their image is that of stoic girls with little expression. Almost like a living Victorian dolls or something.
Well, they wanted to pop out in public. They once told me if we want people to notice us, we have to break the cutesy idol concept.
That's very true. So they took the opposite route of becoming cool beauties with melancholic songs?
I wouldn't say they went the opposite way.
Kinda reminds me of a freaking baby metal.
The opposite of cutesy idols would be unkempt deftone girls spewing vitriol and hate.
True, I guess.
Well, I gotta go, but let's have a Sparkle Star first.
Alright, Sparkle Star for the idol. Bum 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 bum, Sparkle Star. 1, 2, 1. Aged. Mixed. Sparkle Star, here.
Sparkling! Well, it's always a pleasure, Jill.
Please come again.
Will do. Oh, the handsome bartender, nice to see you.
Skills back, I'll take my break.
Alright.
It's always nice seeing Kira. She's cute. There's so many cute people in this game.
God damn it.
Note to self, buy oil for that door. Oh, squeaky door, squeaky. Alright then. Dots. Dots. Gil, you're in my spot, please. Oh, sorry. Also, you're cleaning one of Boss's chicken buckets. Did Boss ask you to do that? If I told you she did, would you believe me? Without a doubt. Let's go with that then. Right. Oh, it's Stella. Greetings. I was just thinking about cute girls. Stella, what can I get you?
I'll go with a Bleeding Jane today.
Bleeding Jane for Stella. Stella is so cute. 1, 2... Oh, well, I'm fucking this up already, aren't I? Yep. 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and blended.
Yeah, fucking up shit all the time, yeah. Yeah, I can only count to 4.
Here you go.
Thank you.
What brought you here today? Waiting for Say?
I came by myself, actually. I was in the area and stopped by to say hi.
Oh. It's pretty interesting, though. When I first saw you, I doubted you'd ever come here again.
Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. So quiet and secluded. It's also clean. Really clean.
Gil's the one you can owe to that. Guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. If you ever need cleaning stuff, or cleaning staff, he's a nice pick.
Really?
Dots. He's a bit out of it today, though.
I see. Hey Jill, have you heard the news of the gold rush in this city?
Gold rush?
Everyone is paying small fortunes to get their hands on pieces of white knight suits.
I think I heard or read something about that, but I'm having my doubts, so probably not. In any case, how is it a gold rush? What are they, like collector's items now?
Well, the tech behind the suits was always safely guarded, but after the events at the bank...
Oh, people just grabbed them to, replicate it?
Sorry. After the events at the bank, the suits were remotely shut down, bricking many of them in the process. Many units dropped their armor right there and fled when the lynching went on.
Understandable.
Any white knights still stuck in their suits had to take the armor off manually to run away. It all happened in the middle of the lynching, so they'd be sitting ducks if they didn't. Some weren't so lucky. They got beaten up while they weren't able to move. So between the suits becoming glorified paperweights and the white knights going on the run, there ended up being a lot of junk laying around. But the whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on a race to reverse engineer the suits and take as much technology as possible from them.
Yeah, it makes sense if nobody ever had access to it except for the White Knights.
And of course, every single piece of armor is fetching a high price these days.
Did anyone see profits from that research to justify those expenses?
It's new tech, a whole new field ripe with patents that just opened up for many. So I'd say yes.
Huh. I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate built upon patents and trademarks, so I can see how.
There's also this weird case, though. There's this guy named Jack. He's the captain of a unique Blitzkrieg Corps unit.
Unique?
The guy had a really small unit, 5 people, including himself. The aesthetics of his unit's armor was heavily modded to the point that they looked like a squad of henching heroes.
Well then. What? Oh no, she exposed her nerdness!
They looked really gaudy. But it turned out that the guy actually broke through the software and disabled the remote switch. He was the one of the few, if not the only, suits of armor with the OS intact. To say they're among the most wanted people would be an understatement.
You know a lot about this.
It's interesting, the amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people of all kinds of the same place.
In all the same place.
It also helps to put on a front that makes people lower their guard. That should sound familiar to you.
True. Dots? Wait.
Here's a freebie, a fun fact. The failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces.
That's horrifying.
But regulations and law didn't allow that kind of technology near civilians.
I guess even Zaibatsu Corps has its limits, huh?
People love to demonize Zaibatsu Corps because, let's
face it, they're far from innocent. Kinda like how Google is now. But they're not evil overlords, they're just greedy. They're just a big corporation. They just so happen to have control over tantamounts of a city-state. The corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. What does that mean? I see that word a lot, but I don't know what it means. Draconian, of laws or their application excessively harsh and severe. Example that the Oxford Dictionary thing gives is the Nazis destroyed the independence of the press by a series of draconian laws. Well then. I've seen that word several times, I just never bothered to, look it up.
I've heard horror stories from people outside the city about trying to use product replacement. If you have so much of if you so much as hold a bottle of in the wrong way or get in the way of the logo, you'll be in lots of trouble. And let's not start with the theme parks and the like. They are dystopias of their own. And again, most of the demonization is due to Quincy being such a clown. He has no power anyways. He's just a front for whatever council behind Zaibatsu Corps chose.
Yeah, makes sense.
He makes a fool of himself and the attention is taken away from whatever that Zaibatsu Corp is actually doing.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that Glitch City is basically a huge theme park?
I've called the White Knights glorified mall security in the past, so yeah.
Huh. Dots? No, seriously, Hen, what?
Can I get a Brantini here, please?
Sure. I'm surprised that Jill does not know what Henshin is. If you do not know what it is, it's the Power Rangers. That's a great example. That's the most, common example. Just Power Rangers. Here.
Thanks.
So I take it you're in a good mood today?
Does it show?
A bit.
Yeah, well, I managed to nab a couple of tickets for the Kira Miki encore concert.
Nice. Oh, right, it turns out that she was just here.
Again?
Sorry. It's okay that you're a nerd, Stella. It makes you cuter.
Again? I can't believe I just missed her.
I was surprised too. I was more surprised that she remembered my name though. And like last time, she was quite the graceful client.
Man, so those rumors about her being a really nice person were actually true? Amazing. I mean, you can always want famous people to be nice in real life, but having such backing to that claim, to hear that she's so nice to everyone. It's nice to hear, you know? In fact, many think that that's what made her so famous so quickly. How she's down to earth and totally accessible, making her someone everybody wants to root for.
Yeah, I can see that, because she's just a normal person. She's just nice to everybody. I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to feel like you're I guess you don't want to feel like you're supporting crappy people. Although, to be honest, I never put much thought into that one. Hell, half the time I have no idea who made what I use, nor do I care that much.
Being a nice person will take you farther. My daddy always insisted that being ruthless in the boardroom doesn't mean being an ass.
Yeah, that's true.
He has actually managed to get certain contracts over more powerful people. All thanks to being a nice guy overall.
Sounds like good advice. Yeah, don't be a douche. But more importantly, daddy? Whatever, she's allowed to fucking call her dad daddy. Do you really believe me saying she was... Do you really believe me saying she was just here that easily?
You're not the kind to lie about stuff like that, so sure.
That's true. Thanks, I guess. Jill's not really a liar. She's just blunt, really. That said, can you go to the concert so easily? What about security and the like?
My dad always has a unit keeping an eye on me from a distance. And you'd be surprised at how easily I can disguise myself with just a different hairdo and cap.
It makes sense. Strap down your boobs and put on a hat and nobody's gonna know who the hell you are. Your ears are probably one of the things that make you noticeable. Also the drill hair, but I don't know, I like the drill hair. I see.
I wonder if I can get the disabled line with Say in her wounds. Although she'll probably nag me about how she doesn't need it and we shouldn't abuse that.
That sounds about right for say.
Can you get me a classic drink?
Sure. Probably just, She said classic. Oh, alright. Bleeding Jane, why not? 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. And blended. I love the fucking description of this one of say the name of this drink 3 times in front of a mirror and you'll look like a fool. I fucked it up! It's because there's none of the fucking red shit in it. Good job. 1, 2. Brain, stop! 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. God! I can't count. Here, thank you. Do you have many servants around the house, Stella?
I do, but they've been with us so long, they're pretty much family. My dad has always said that if you earn someone's trust, they'll gleefully work for you, and everyone wins.
Yeah, it's very true. Just be a good person and people will be good to you back. It's just that easy, obvious, really.
Even had a young gardener that left to study engineering, and he actually came back. He still comes back every weekend or so to tend the plants.
Man, that sounds nice.
Let me know if you're ever in need of a job. I might find you something.
Thanks for the offer. Wait. I just realized something's off with the whole tech gold rush story.
What would it be?
Wouldn't all of that tech be patented anyways? I get trying to crack it in the first place, but
it would be true if the tech was patented in the first place.
It isn't?
Zaibatsu was so paranoid about making the White Knights untouchable that they never patented anything.
That's stupid.
A patent would have been a database that someone could hack and retrieve valuable information from.
Oh, yeah. And Glitch City's been having hacker problems.
Not to mention they've been using tech from other companies without any authorization. And no patent registry in their right mind would approve of that global shutdown signal.
That's very true.
Let alone that it immobilized everybody still inside those suits.
So the ones who were upholding the law did so using suits that are by all means illegal.
The irony runs deep, wouldn't you say?
Why do it though?
When you have so much money, you start thinking you can screw around with the rules. All that power makes you think you're above every law there is.
And this city is what happens when those with money start making the rules. I'm curious though, have you ever covered up any fuck-ups using money?
I think we've all done things we're not too proud of at some point in our lives.
That's very true.
Well, Jill, I gotta go. Pleasure as always.
Please come again. Yeah, Alma.
No, hello.
You're pretty insistent on that one, aren't you?
It's basic courtesy. Something I will fight to uphold. First the greeting stop, and then saying please and thanks stop, and before it, you know, boom, total anarchy.
You're exaggerating.
And not. In fact, I'll go through that door again, and I expect you to properly greet me this time.
Fine.
Hello, Jill.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I was pondering, weak and weary, question mark, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as soon as one gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis a visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more." Dot.
You overdid it. You totally overdid it.
Quoth the bartender. I did not.
So, you like poetry?
I had a phase. I never really got into poetry. There's like 2 poems I like, and they're both by Oscar Wilde. One of the tattoo ideas I would love to get is either a green carnation or a scarab, but the scarab is a lot more obscure, which it still relates to Oscar Wilde. And around it, it says, "For each man kills the thing he loves," which is a line from the Ballad of Reading Jail. I hate how they used to spell jail. It used to be spelled G-A-O-L, and I hate it. Can I get you something?
Let's start with a big cobalt velvet.
Sure, a big cobalt velvet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the rocks, and mixed. Big cobalt velvet. Mira.
Thanks. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering about for a while. Does the name Shadowmaster 69 Chronicles ring any bells?
Gasp.
Well, you went pale.
No, the name doesn't ring any bells.
May 22nd, my daily card readings told me that I'd meet a great change thanks to an old man. My biology teacher told me I'd been picked for an inter-school contest with my latest essay. I just knew a scientific theory on the ideas of auras was as revolutionary as I thought.
Was this you in science, Jill? Or in high school?
Soon I'll bring the world into the occult science singularity. Later entries didn't seem to have gone that well, though. Mentions of being laughed at, being lectured on why the essay was wrong.
Thoughts?
Jill.
I made sure to delete that blog. No evidence should be left. Yeah, it was Jill.
I can think of at least 6 different sources off the top of my head that has all of that stuff archived.
Yep, once you put it on the internet, it's there forever.
Why? Why? Sheesh, relax. It's not that bad.
What do you mean it's not that bad? Do you realize how embarrassing it all is?
We've all been young, Jill. Relax. It's not like you're still that way nowadays. That would have been embarrassing. You're still not like that, right?
Gods no, I gave up on the whole occult stuff. It's just remembering all of that stuff is... Ugh. We're all cringe as teenagers. Every teenager is cringe. It's fine.
I don't know. I like the way you looked. All dressed in black with the rare accessory popping out thanks to the colors. I mean, at least you had the decency to use makeup and take care of yourself.
So you have a pick. Oh god, you have a fucking pick. Why do you do this to me? Why do you dig out the sins of my past?
I was bored. Last Friday I had to take my mind off of the whole Diana thing, so I ran a small background check on you. Simple stuff, just checking past internet activity.
Please don't run background checks like that.
I just used a research engine, you know. I didn't request documents or anything.
What led you to the page?
You do realize your main mail account everywhere is still the one you used back then, right?
Oh.
Like I said, relax. You were obsessed with occultism and I wanted to kiss all the boys.
Were you Georgie Porgy?
And I kinda accomplished that in middle school, which still sort of haunts me today. Never underestimate the lengths of old classmates who will go to track you down, especially if they think you're still that girl that kissed them for fun and you're lonely to boot. We all have things that we're not too proud of as adults.
Now that I know how criminals feel when evidence is used against them.
I have to ask though, why the 69?
Was it the funny number? It wasn't supposed to be 69. It was supposed to be 69, not 69. You know, reference to both the lovers and the hermit. I was convinced it meant wise choices.
Jill, there's nobody who would read that as 69.
I was 12 at the time.
Even at 12, I fucking knew what 69 was. Just how innocent were you back then?
You have no idea. So it wasn't the haha sex number, it was haha tarot cards.
Well, let's sweeten things up a bit. I'll have a sugar rush.
Sure, sugar rush. Are they trendy now or something? 1, 2, 1. Nah, I don't feel like boozing people up today. Here,
this is the thing.
Say, Alma, speaking of the past, what was your long-term relationship like?
That's sudden.
You dug through my past, I earn the right to dig through yours.
Fine. Long-lasting relationships, huh? Romantic ones, I'm guessing.
Yup.
Well, I've had about 4 boyfriends I'd describe as such, that I've introduced to my family and all. The first one was in high school. I broke up with him because he cheated on me.
Good reason.
I remember the other girl trying to pick a fight and just saying, keep the fucker.
Understandable. The second was during my freshman year. I broke up with him after he thought it'd be funny to punch me in the arm. He started with a friendly hit, and before you know it... Anyways. The other guy I met shortly after I dropped out. He was interested in marriage, but he wanted to get married after only half a year or so of knowing him. Yeah, that's sus. And then there's Richard. Who? I spent almost 4 years with him. We got along pretty well. We had awesome chemistry. I truly loved him. But as time went on, there was a rift that started separating us. He just didn't like my family. He didn't? Moreover, he wasn't a family person. He distanced himself from his own and voiced that he didn't want kids. There's part of me that wanted to believe, even if just a little, that maybe he'd change his mind. But as much as I loved him, that one detail brought a growing gap between us. And at one point I just had to break up with him. Yeah, differentiating life goals and all that. While Alma's family can be frustrating, they are very important to her and all that. But I'm not here to depress you. Bring me a beer, will you? Sure. Now, it's very clear family is very important to Alma, and someone who's not really into wanting to deal with her family at all is not somebody she really wants to be with, which is understandable. And I don't know, did she say she ever wants kids? I don't remember. Thanks for telling me that, by the way.
Don't mention it.
Okay, one more question, we're even.
Wow, you really are embarrassed by that blog, huh? Sure, ask away.
What age did you get those implants in your boobs? Dots? What?
Jill, I love you, and I know you're saying this in jest. But I've lived through so many rumors about me getting plastic surgery that I can't and won't stand for it as a joke. As such, in honoring of our friendship, I'll just say this. They're real, and they're spectacular. Now ask the real question before I slap you.
Okay, Grant. Okay. That's understandable. I'll grant you that one, and only one chance for me to call you my full name as compensation then. Wait, what? I'll grant you that one, and only one chance to call me by my full name as a compensation then.
I'll gladly take your offer.
It's funny now that you mentioned slapping, because my real question was, why did you get your hands chopped? Oh, she has cybernetic hands, that's right.
Chopped. Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first is that I spend lots of time typing, and these replacements help me avoid carpal tunnel syndrome.
Understandable. Oh.
There's other utilities, like how I can interface with many devices. For example, this tiny computer embedded in my glasses. If I move my index finger, it acts like a computer cursor.
Well, that's neat.
There's lots more, but they're small things that don't sound that impressive when I say it out loud.
How did your family take the operation?
They took it well enough, except for my mom. She freaked out for months. She even went to the hospital to ask for my hands.
Don't you miss them?
Sometimes, but just during emotional moments. But as luck would have it, someone else has them. Shortly before my operation, there was an accident on the highway. One of the victims was this young lady whose right hand got completely crushed. I told them to check if we were compatible and all that. I mean, implants are not everyone's first choice if they can get natural replacement. A bit of cosmetic treatment and it would pass off as her original hand with no problem. Last I heard, we were compatible and the family agreed to the donation. I don't know what became of her, but I hope she's fine.
That's understandable. Like, I'm an organ donor. If I die and you can use my organs, I don't give a shit. Give it to somebody who can still use it while they're alive. And you didn't tell your mom about that?
I didn't want her pestering the poor girl.
Understandable.
So, are we cool now? Are we even now?
Are we? You were pretty pissed about my comment regarding your boobs. Again, I'm sorry, it sounded less rude in my head.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Besides, I get to call you Julianne once.
No, you don't.
Huh? Why?
You just called me by my full name.
Are you serious?
One chance and only one chance, and you just used it up.
Damn it.
God damn it, Anna.
Surprise!
Dots. Hey, Alma, this might be a weird tangent, but do you believe in ghosts?
Hey! Not particularly, no. Although there is this paper I read once that was quite interesting.
It proposed a scenario where nanomachine clusters would leave the body after death, and then acted as a collective hive mind through residual brainwaves. The result would basically be an image not unlike a hologram. Of course, the hypothesis fell through because such nanomachine density is impossible in a body. Even 5% of the amount needed enough to make the blood too dense for the heart. Oh, wow. So it's not like brainwaves are potent enough to create those reactions. Still an interesting read, though. I see. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault that you're convinced yourself that you're crazy. Well, I'll leave then. See you tomorrow. See ya.
All done?
I am. What about you, Gil? Thoughts? For some reason, the elder girl left him like that, it seems.
You think? It might have been while he was sent out.
True. Hey, boss, you're a fan of wrestling, aren't you? I mean, you were a wrestler, so...
That I am, yeah. Why?
I was wondering, isn't wrestling fake?
Weren't twin tails for little girls and teens with 8th grade syndrome?
8th grade what?
When you get down to it, wrestling is as real as a soap opera. I mean, you don't really expect a legal lawsuit to be fixed in a ring, right? Sure, it's my ideal world, but you could solve legal problems through good old wrestling, but...
No, seriously, 8th grade what?
But you don't go around calling soap operas fake. It's a show. It just happens to use fights as an expression. You might as well see it as a unique form of theater.
I guess that's a good way to think of it.
Besides, considering the injuries many wrestlers suffer, it's not all fake.
I didn't think about that.
Sadly, I won't stand for anyone bad-mouthing wrestling. So now I have to go and break Gil's back to make you humble.
Oh, well, wait, what?
Come here, fuck boy!
Oh, poor Gil. Fuck boy! Dots. 8th grade what? Don't think about it too hard. Oh, am I not gonna make money? Am I fucked? Your rent is now invalid. Please vacate by February. Jill couldn't pay her rent. This will distract her from work. Fun! Did I fuck up everything? I didn't think I was blowing a fuckload of money. The alley you found me is pretty comfortable. Quiet you. Is this just a thing that can happen, or... VA-11 Hall A. The name sounds a bit silly and hard to pronounce. Good thing it's actually called Valhalla. The funny numbers and letters are just a code. Anyway, I visited this cute small bar. This is the Kira Miki blog. I visited this cute and small bar downtown twice after getting lost a bit. I think the area is called the Neon District. At first, it was a bit scary because I forgot my way back, but once I got in there, I felt pretty safe and at home. The bartenders are such sweethearts, and the boss was such a class act. I even took a photo with her and sent a video to her little sister. I look forward to visiting again. The drinks were very tasty, even though they weren't made of real alcohol. I don't know if I want the bar to suddenly become a fan tourism hotspot. Yeah, understandable. Grand Slam Fighter is crowned a new heavyweight champion. Glitch City's most popular pro wrestling promotion crowned a new heavyweight champion yesterday, with Giant Yusuke taking the gold from fellow Japanese wrestler Justin Liger. After previous champion 66 American Kid was forced to relinquish the title due to a head injury, GSF decided to hold a tournament to find a new title award holder. The match ended after an epic 30-minute bout with Giant Yusuke applying a massive German suplex for a 3 count. During the interview with AE, Giant Yusuke told us through a translator that he's waiting for 66 American Kid to recover. I won't rest until I beat him clean. So exciting. If only I understood what's going on. After the Great Earthquake, salvage agents are the new rage. The great earthquake that sank large portions of the world 5 years ago also created an unexpected new profession, salvage agents. Summer Aki is one of these salvagers, and she shares her experience with the augmented eye. Seeing big cities like Tokyo and places like Caracas several kilometers below the ocean's surface, that's something that gets to you, you know? Millions lived there before the great earthquake, and it's to me to retrieve their memories, their lives. Aki is working to retrieve items from a research facility in the Tanegashima Island in Japan. And Australia is a tad more complicated than that. That's the first time I've ever heard of an earthquake fucking up everything like that. So is that why the moon is fucked too? Just everything is bad? New Lulum regulations. The current regulations preventing Lulum from looking too human have been working well, but Glitch City's government is planning to create even more new laws so to enforce robot-like features among Lulum in a bid to reduce identity theft. Glitch City, the first nation to adopt the current standard in artificial intelligence and robotics, was the first to allow robots into normal society, quickly giving them necessary rights as to sustain long-term experiment about their role in human evolution. Unfortunately, the first year saw numerous reports of identity theft, resulting in the need for more stringent measures. It is unknown what kind of laws we'll have in the future regarding their existence. But people look more robotic, but people look more robot-like by the day, too. Yeah, it's because we're all fucking miserable. Well, I don't know if I fucked up everything. Kinda seems like I did. Don't know what I could have done different. Oh well. Like, subscribe, and all that noise. I'll see you in the next one, folks. Later.